how difficult it can be to deal with shades. There you are. While cowering back here, he's terrified to the point of incoherence. The creature probably escaped its close to going rogue. You're a bronze creation, aren't you? Starts when you mention bronze name. No, I'm not bronze, I flee. He scares, he beats, he makes me stay where monsters are. No, make me go there, please, I flee, let me flee, please. You must return. Use your natural shape or command of creations to control the creature and make it return to its master. You are successful. The creature bows its head sadly and walks off. It's returning home. I don't know what it was trying to accomplish hiding in a place full of ghosts. Not very smart. Let's go talk to Braun now. These ghosts will continue spooking around, I suppose. That's close enough. I know where another escaped servile is if it's also Brand's. I can see why that servile was getting beaten if he kept trying to run off. This servile... See, the servile I found made it back safely. You're very kind. If you would, I would like to have some... You're very kind. If you would like, I have some supplies I can sell to you very cheaply. I would like to give them to you, but I am very poor. It is painful to even sell them. Sure. Ooh, research notes, speed spore. Ooh, pretty dang, those are cheap living tools. It's ugly, infested land to the north. It gets far worse. I wouldn't want to mess with the rogues up there. It's not so bad to the northeast, though. That area is a lot safer. Why is it more dangerous to the north? Bigger and meaner, the land is drier and more useless. I have to travel through there. Don't know why you'd want to. If you did, I'd talk to Cypher. You could find him at the west entrance of the Drypeak mines. He's an even better fighter than I am. He's seen a lot more land up there than I have. Maybe he would be useful. Get intelligence up, and we will save that skill point to boost leadership next. I think I'm going to make a point of leveling leadership pretty high in this. Servile boots. Servile. I just want to map out this place. I wonder whose servile that other escapee is, then. Who does it belong to? I don't know if that'll help it or not. I didn't make this creation, but it's mine. Ghosts can be pretty irritating with their ability to constantly slow you to the point where you don't get turned several turns in a row, which is just as bad as being a lovely shade. It's pretty tough. This place just full of crystals? Beautiful shade. Oh, holy crud. I wouldn't want to pick a fight with these shades. If this place just has crystals in it, I'll probably leave it alone. Oh, hey, a corpse. Lovely shard. Ooh, gloves. Battle magic, mental magic. And +1 armor. I'd say this was already worth the scouting trip. If I had started picking up crystals, I wouldn't have been able to get it for quite a while because these shades are tough as nails. I have a feeling that this game's going to get much higher level than the last one. I don't think they mind if I just pick them up off the ground. Oh dear. Oh, hi there, buddy. Hi. This creature before you is very old and very rare. It's a drake, one of the most powerful and cunning of the Shaper creations. Too powerful and too cunning. It has been illegal to create them for many decades. Few drakes were allowed to live, most were destroyed. A few escaped. This must be one of those. It's very old and withered, and it doesn't look quite right in the head. It's playing with some of its collection of crystals, turning them over and over in its long claws. When you enter, it barely seems to acknowledge you. Ah, Shaper. And Wix, look at the crystals. Lovely, lovely stone. So lovely. How long have you been here? It sets its crystal down and looks up at you. Oh, a long time. When they came to kill me, I was gone. I hid here. Hid and hid and hid, and I don't go out. My crystals are all I need. Pretty, pretty crystals. Picks up another crystal, stares deep into it. You wonder what it's seeing. What do you eat? Eat? I guess I go out. I do sometimes. I go out and grab the first meat I find, go back to my lovely crystals. I love them. You went out. Did you ever meet anyone named Barzale? Names don't mean anything to me. No, it's been too long. It's been long since It has been long since I ate a human. Yes. I know no Barzale. Biggs is starting to get agitated. You change the subject. Tell me more about your crystals. Am I alone hiding? My crystals comfort me. They are beautiful. They sing. They make the shades. They smooth me out when I am full of wrath and will kill. This may not be mere madness. The crystals are clearly quite powerful. And when it is worst, there is my perfect crystal, the one which is flawless. When it's worst, I bring it forth and look into it, and I see the better world. Can I see it? No! You cannot see it. It is my special thing. Mine. Go away. Flawed, lovely, beautiful. Ooh, a beautiful shard. That might be it right there. An icy specter. He's not interested in fighting, but I imagine he would come to Wix's help if I decided to pick a fight with them. This is interesting. I don't know where he hides his perfect chart then, but it's not there. Probably on his person somewhere, somehow. Purple shinies. Oh, this place is clearly dangerous as heck. Wasn't expecting to see a drake so soon in the game either. Let's leave, though. I don't think it would be wise to stir up trouble here. We got a magic item out of it and some crystals. go to Sharon's Grove, but I want to visit Drypeak first. Mostly to sell these crystals. I'm probably going to keep a hold of the gems and the moss for now. That's not the blacksmith. This is the blacksmith up here. Shop has plenty of gold left. Sell this thawed skin tunic, and this sword, and this silver ring. Let's go see if I have discovered anything for Shanti. I did discover that spawner, which is kind of a big deal. The cunning rogues are also a big deal. Back and forth, nervously fingering her necklace. Her being trapped here, watched all the time, makes her very uncomfortable. Destroyed a strange creature in the woods outside. What? Describe it again. You do so. Never heard of such a thing. Creation I've never heard of? That's not right. This is not good. Not good at all. Explore further. No matter what the danger, we must learn the secrets of this valley before we return. Even one mad shaper creating strange creatures can do incalculable harm. You been able to do any investigating? He's offered to give me an escort of guards whenever I go anywhere. Offer is not optional, it appears, so I will need to watch for opportunities to slip out. Can't you leave and tell the guards to stay? Can't you just command them? Smiles and shakes her head. Time for more learning, apprentice. In theory, I have great authority here. In practice, we are far from home. We are alone here. The area is dangerous and full of rogues. And if Zachary were to feel threatened by us, very easy for us to have an unfortunate accident. Remember that. There are laws, and there are ways the laws actually work out. Fortunately, Zachary has limited forces, so he can't spare the soldiers to watch both me and you. And they have underestimated what you are capable of doing. You must use that to learn the truth. Shanti's not really that powerful either. We are severely outclassed here. Well, it looks like the one area I haven't touched on yet is Sharon's Grove. Maybe this Sharon will know something. If this Sharon is friendly. Or a thing. Forest is very different from the areas you explored before. It's very still and cold, and you feel strangely nervous, as if you're being watched. Considering the powers of the Shapers, you probably are. So you see a small creature moving through the underbrush. It pokes its head out, looks at you, then runs away. You strongly suspect that there's a Shaper nearby, and that Shaper knows you're coming. Friendly. You're alarmed. A creation approaches you. A tough one. Dangerous enough to give even Shaper pause. You adopt a ready stance, prepared to defend yourself if necessary. Actually, it's not hostile. Looks you over briefly, then continues its patrol. If you do anything inside this grove to anger their controller, however, you may have a real problem. Vlish and clawbugs. That's a serious patrol for me in this point of the game. Well, here's a construct of some kind. Found a home out here in the woods. It is an impressive structure, solidly built from blocks of stone. Looks like it has been here for quite a few years. There are a number of well-tended gardens in front of the building, both for herbs and vegetables. They grow surprisingly well in the dry soil up here. A lone chair has been placed in front of the garden. Someone must spend a lot of time out here sitting here and watching the plants grow. And a guard Vlish. That is a tough Vlish. And there's that chair. And there's a slightly glowing Shaper. Well, we know what glowing means. You meet the mistress of this grove. She is a Shaper, as you expected. She is old and slow, and her traditional robes have been worn threadbare by her many years out here. However, she has a look of peace and calm unusual in your kind. Living in this cold, dead place seems to have made her very calm and happy. She smiles as she walks over to you. It's very strange. Welcome, young traveler. I am Sharon. Welcome, young traveler. I am Sharon, and I have been expecting your visit. Your teacher Shanti has already been by to see me. Huh. I've been hoping you would soon follow. Met Shanti? She came out here to see you? Yes, she was able to slip away from Drypeak to look around. Did not take her long to sense me. She is wise, and I like her. She does not approve of my hiding from the Shaper Council here, and I suspect she will not keep my secret, but I do believe that she is fighting to do good, and I admire that. Trying to learn about a Shaper named Barzale. Can you help me? Never met the man. I heard he was dead. I cannot be of more help. How long have you been living out here? Many years. I was once a traveling Shaper like you, moving from place to place, helping establish settlements, making life to live in hostile areas, putting down uprisings. Then I came here. Did you come here to help settle the area? No, I came here to hide. I had done enough and I wanted to live in peace, to stop traveling, to read, to think, to live a quiet life. This is not something that ever happens. Once you become a Shaper, you are bound by Shaper law, and that dictates the dictates of the Shaper Council for life. It is a price paid for such power and status. Sharon is revealing a lot by telling you that she has fled from the Shapers. How did you escape the Council's notice? Once they sent me far, far away. On the way back, I did not return. I just wandered off. I imagine I was just lost in their paperwork. When you tell me this, aren't you afraid the Council will find and punish you? The Council's already found me. Now that they are sending scouts out here, I will be found. I will accept it. Maybe in return for the things I have learned, they will not punish me too harshly. Let's not be too hostile to the lady who has surrounded me with bush and claw bugs. All you wanted was your freedom, right? I do not know what I deserve. Our powers are so great, the Shaper Council is right to control them tightly. I am glad at last that the decision is out of my hands. Okay. What can you tell me about this area? The mines are to the north. There have been a lot of rogues coming from the south. I have not been paying much attention to that. I have been doing my work. What does interest me, though, and Shanti shares my interest, is the area to the northwest. What's to the northwest? Rogues. Much more dangerous rogues than the ones that have been attacking Drypeak. I have sent my own creations to scout there, and I have found that they are guarding a tunnel in the remotest section of their valley. I would like very much to know what's through that tunnel. I think someone should explore back there. If I could do it. That would be very useful if you did. I would aid you, and for your help. And the tunnel is to the northwest. See if you can find out what is on the other side. Okay? What sort of research are you doing here? Shaping, of course. The power of shaping cannot be resisted once it has been tried. But I have been following different paths than you may know of. I've been researching the old history of the Shapers, seeing if any valuable techniques had been learned and lost. I've been trying to learn how to better fuse shaped creatures and physical objects. I have learned some very interesting things in that area. What have you learned about the old ways of the Shapers? Not much. It's difficult to get interesting books out here, and you would probably not be of much assistance in this area. Is there any way I can help? There is a book in my library to the south pedestal. It is interesting, but I cannot understand the dialect. If I had access to a library, I could perhaps learn more about it. But where could I find a library up here? So the book sits there taunting me. You might come across a library. Can you give me any assistance? Not a full Shaper anymore. I will aid you, but I will not give you everything I've gathered here. Feel free to explore my home, leave what you find, except that you may take items in the vats in my laboratory. Stay out of my private chambers. I will not tolerate an intrusion there. I think I left the Shapers because I could no longer tolerate the loss of my privacy I had with them. The total lack of any corner truly to call my own. Now that I have that, I will not lose it. Gotcha.